It was a bright September morning in 1988, the kind that promised a perfect day. In the small, close-knit town of Belen, New Mexico, 19-year-old Tara Calico was ready to take on her daily bike ride. Tara was an adventurous spirit, well known in her community for her radiant smile and infectious laughter. She had a passion for cycling, and every day, she would ride her pink bicycle along a scenic route through the outskirts of town. As Tara prepared for her ride, her mother, Patty Dole, watched with a mix of pride and worry. Patty had always been protective of Tara, often reminding her of the dangers lurking on lonely roads. "Stay safe, sweetheart," she called out, her voice tinged with concern. Tara waved back, reassuring her mother with a bright smile, promising to return home for lunch. Tara pedaled away, her heart full of excitement and freedom. The sun cast a warm glow over the landscape as she rode past fields of golden corn and stretches of open land. The rhythmic sound of her bike tires against the pavement was comforting, a melody of solitude. Little did she know that this would be the last time anyone would see her. As the hours passed and Tara still hadn't returned, Patty began to feel uneasy. The clock ticked, and lunch came and went without her daughter. Panic set in as Patty tried to reach Tara on her cell phone, but it went straight to voicemail. She called friends and neighbors, but no one had seen her. After several hours of waiting, Patty decided to call the police. "My daughter didn't come home from her bike ride," she explained, her voice trembling. "I'm really worried." The police arrived quickly, taking her report seriously. They organized a search party, gathering volunteers from the community. They combed the surrounding areas, calling out Tara's name and searching the nearby fields and roads. As dusk fell, the atmosphere grew tense. A sense of dread filled the air, and the hope of finding Tara faded as darkness enveloped the town. The following day, the search intensified. News of Tara's disappearance spread through Belen like wildfire. Flyers with her picture were distributed, and local news stations picked up the story. The once quiet town was now a hub of activity, with search teams, volunteers, and reporters converging. Patty clung to hope, attending community meetings and coordinating search efforts. Days turned into weeks, and still, there was no sign of Tara. The police investigated various leads, interviewing anyone who might have seen her. Some witnesses claimed to have spotted a suspicious white pickup truck near the area where Tara was last seen, but no solid evidence emerged. As the days turned into weeks, Tara's absence took a toll on the community. Friends and family organized candlelight vigils, praying for her safe return. Patty, while devastated, was determined to keep Tara's spirit alive. She shared stories about her daughter's kindness and dreams, reminding everyone that Tara was more than just a missing person. She was a vibrant young woman with a bright future. Months passed, and Tara's case began to grow cold. But just as the community started to lose hope, a breakthrough emerged. In June 1989, nearly a year after Tara's disappearance, a woman found a Polaroid photograph lying on the ground in a parking lot in Florida, thousands of miles away from New Mexico. The photograph was haunting. It showed a young woman and a boy, both with duct tape over their mouths, sitting on a mattress inside a van. The woman who found the photo felt an unsettling sense of familiarity with the girl in the picture. She turned it over to the authorities, who immediately circulated it in hopes of identifying the individuals. When the photo reached Patty, she felt a mix of dread and hope. The girl in the picture bore a striking resemblance to Tara. She reached out to the police, urging them to investigate. The image ignited a new wave of media coverage, and the case that had grown cold was once again thrust into the spotlight. With renewed vigor, investigators delved into the origins of the Polaroid. They traced it back to a series of missing persons cases and abductions, trying to connect the dots. Investigators learned that the photograph had been taken in the vicinity of a known trafficking area, which led to chilling theories about what might have happened to Tara. Local law enforcement officers and federal agents collaborated, conducting interviews with potential witnesses. They explored the possibility that Tara had been kidnapped and trafficked, but the trail grew cold once again. The only lead they had was the white pickup truck seen near the area where Tara had vanished. The community rallied around Patty, hosting fundraising events to keep the search for Tara alive. They distributed flyers and organized rallies, determined to bring attention to her case. Patty became a voice for missing persons, advocating for families who faced similar tragedies. Her strength inspired many, and she vowed not to give up on her daughter. As the investigation continued, numerous theories emerged about Tara's fate. Some speculated that she had been abducted by a stranger, while others believed she might have run away. A few even whispered about a possible connection to a local crime ring. The town was rife with speculation, and many were desperate for answers. Several years later, a witness came forward claiming they had seen Tara in a remote area, living with a group of individuals. But when police followed up, they found nothing. Each lead seemed to fizzle out, leaving the community frustrated and heartbroken. The media coverage shifted as well, and as the years passed, Tara's case became just another unsolved mystery, overshadowed by new stories. Yet, Patty refused to let her daughter's memory fade. She continued to advocate for missing persons, becoming a symbol of hope for many families facing similar circumstances. In 2008, on the 20th anniversary of Tara's disappearance, Patty Dole passed away without ever knowing what happened to her daughter. Her loss left a void in the community, but Tara's story lived on. Documentaries, podcasts, and articles explored the mystery of her disappearance, keeping her memory alive. The case remains open, and every few years, new developments arise. Investigators review the evidence, and the photograph continues to haunt those who have seen it. Over the years, Tara's family has received tips and leads, but none have led to a conclusive answer. In 2020, a new team of investigators took on the case, utilizing advancements in technology to re-examine evidence and explore DNA testing. The hope was to finally bring closure to the enduring mystery. The story of Tara Calico serves as a reminder of the fragility of life and the unresolved pain of families affected by such tragedies. The disappearance of Tara Calico is not just a tale of loss. It is a reminder of the importance of community, resilience, and the fight for justice. As families continue to seek answers, the legacy of Tara's story encourages others to remain vigilant and aware of their surroundings. Her story has inspired countless individuals to advocate for missing persons, shining a light on the need for awareness and action in the face of such tragedies. The mystery of Tara Calico endures, a haunting tale that lingers in the hearts of those who continue to search for answers.